Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Denmark Aranas, a postgraduate medical intern. I basically provide informative videos to medical students. And also, I would like to give aspiring Filipino physicians an idea of what a med student usually tackle in med school. If you find these videos helpful, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to be updated for my new videos that I'll be uploading every week. For today, I'll be discussing the clinicopathologic correlation of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD. This is a chronic inflammatory lung disease that causes obstructive airflow from the lungs. Symptoms include difficulty of breathing, productive cough, and wheezing. It is typically caused by long-term exposure to irritating gases or particulate matter. Most often, this is due to cigarette smoking. People with COPD are at increased risk of developing heart disease, lung cancer, and a variety of other conditions. That is why it is very important for us to understand this very well. I would like to shout out to Lorezco for helping me out in creating this CPC. We'll be discussing each of these sections one by one. Here are the important risk factors that we have to consider for COPD. The age of the patient, them being in an advanced age, and according to several studies, females are more predisposed to the harmful effects of smoking. And the chronic exposure to cigarette smoking leads to higher likelihood of COPD development. And COPD starts to develop upon chronic inhalation of cigarette smoke. And this would now trigger several effects. First is the oxidative stress and increased apoptosis and senescence. And also, there would be release of inflammatory cells and mediators, and there would be a protease and anti-protease imbalance. And lastly, the submucosal glands would hypertrophy and there would be an increase in goblet cells. I'll be discussing each one at a time. For the oxidative stress, it would lead to increased tissue damage. And as for the release of inflammatory cells and inflammatory mediators, this would trigger now the growth factors and would cause structural changes. And this include fibrosis. As for the protease and antiprotease imbalance, there would be more of the protease enzyme, so there would be an elastin destruction, leading to alveolar collapse upon expiration. And lastly, as for the hypertrophy and increase in the number of goblet cells, that would lead to mucus hypersecretion. And this is related to the manifested sign in our patient, the chronic productive cough. And all of that would lead to alveolar wall destruction and airflow obstruction. The alveolar wall destruction would lead to gas exchange abnormalities, and this would be manifested as hypoxemia. As for the airflow obstruction, this is related to air trapping or hyperinflation in the lungs, and this would be manifested with the following symptoms of diminished breath sounds, dyspnea, tachypnea, and limitation of exercise capacity. So this now is the reference of my discussion, the 20th edition Harrison's Principles of Internal Medicine. I would like to end this presentation with a message. Ostentatious living, high social status, or remarkable job titles do not represent a truly successful person, but it is by the way someone treats other people with a genuine heart to help. Thank you for listening and have a good day.